5. Worst thing that can happen to lady by falling in love to a man who doesn't care about her feelings. Falling in love with a man who doesn't care about your feelings can be emotionally draining and damaging. Here are 5 of the worst things that can happen in such a situation. 1. Constant emotional pain. You feel neglected, unimportant, and unwanted. His lack of care makes you question your worth. When a woman falls in love with a man who doesn't care about her feelings, she experiences a deep emotional pain that slowly drains her happiness and self-worth. This pain isn't just about occasional sadness. It's a constant, overwhelming feeling of being neglected, unimportant, and unwanted. Feeling neglected. He doesn't check on you or ask how your day was. You're always the one initiating conversations, dates, and affection. When you express your feelings, he ignores them or brushes them off. He makes time for his friends, hobbies, or work, but rarely for you. You start to feel invisible in the relationship, as if your presence doesn't really matter to him. Feeling unimportant. He forgets important dates like birthdays or anniversaries. Your opinions and desires don't seem to matter to him. He prioritizes everything else: his phone, his social life, his interests, but not you. When you need him the most, he is emotionally unavailable. You feel like an afterthought, constantly questioning whether you truly matter to him. Questioning your self-worth. You start believing that maybe you're not good enough. You compare yourself to other women, wondering if they would make him happier. You blame yourself for the way he treats you, thinking, maybe if I change, he will love me more. Over time, you start tolerating poor treatment because you fear losing him. This leads to low self-esteem, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion, making it harder to leave even though you know you deserve better. 2. Unreciprocated effort. You give your all, love, time, and energy, but get little to nothing in return. You feel like you're in a one-sided relationship. Being in a relationship where you give everything, your love, time, energy, and care, but receive little to nothing in return, is emotionally draining. This is what a one-sided relationship looks like, and over time, it can destroy your happiness and self-worth. You always initiate everything. You are the one who always calls, texts, and makes plans. If you don't reach out, the relationship feels like it's on pause. He only responds, but rarely initiates anything meaningful. You start feeling like a burden instead of a priority. You make sacrifices, but he doesn't. You adjust your schedule, cancel plans, or go out of your way for him. When you need him, he's either too busy or uninterested. He expects you to be available, but he's never available for you. You feel unappreciated and taken for granted. You put in the emotional effort. You listen to his problems, support his dreams, and uplift him. When you're struggling, he either ignores it or gives minimal effort. He doesn't check on your well-being unless it benefits him. You feel emotionally exhausted, like you're in the relationship alone. 3. Feeling alone in the relationship. Even though you're with him, you still feel lonely. He doesn't listen to your problems or provide emotional support. One of the most painful experiences in a relationship is feeling alone even when you're with someone. It's a silent type of heartbreak, being physically present together yet emotionally distant. When a man doesn't listen, support, or connect with you, it creates a deep sense of loneliness and emptiness. Conversations feel one-sided or superficial. He talks about himself but rarely asks about your day or feelings. When you share your problems, he changes the subject or gives short, careless responses. You feel like you're talking to a wall. Your thoughts and emotions don't seem to matter to him. You start feeling unheard, invisible, and emotionally